What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. You might be wondering, Sam, where are you? And why does it look like you're inside a big box? The answer is, I am inside a big box. We're at Yoshio factory, of course. It's been a while since we've been here, hey. Playing around with big boxes and stuff, helping Oka-chan sort out some shipping things for his aero parts and stuff. There's actually some really big news about all that kind of thing and something really exciting happening, which you'll all find out about in a couple months. So a little bit of a hint there for some stuff. But time to give you guys an update on this 180SX, which I think is the cleanest 180 I've ever seen in my life. It's about to start. Oka-chan's right now soldering the daughter board for the ECU. Actually, let's go take a quick look at that. He literally just finished it, and this is the daughter board that I was telling you about. And this connects into the port on the factory S15 ECU. And what he's doing now is loading up his tune file, which he's going to program for all the things that are bolted onto that car as a base to figure out where it needs to be. And you'll see over here, he's got his little EEPROM chips. And he'll be putting 2 of those in there and programming them, which will in turn click onto here. And what this whole thing does is it just overrides the factory ECU and tells it, hey, use these memory chips instead. This is where you're getting your information from map and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. By the way, Oka-chan now has a YouTube channel, so make sure you go subscribe. Ne, Okamono-san, toroku onegai shimasu. Yeah. Cool. So go check it out. Links in the description. But let's go over this 180 real quick. So, Oka-chan acquired this car after an unfortunate incident. The engine bay caught on fire. We were able to put it all out at the track, but it completely melted and destroyed everything. So, the person who previously owned it didn't want it anymore, and it ended up in Oka-chan's care. Well, in his possession, really. So this is some melted stuff here you can see, right? So, completely rebuilt the entire car because this was like one of the cleanest Type X 180SXs I have ever seen in my life, and the only damage was only in here. So only in like this section here, because a gas line up here kind of leaked gas and all of this caught on fire. So it just melted. So new looms and everything like that had to be installed, but that was it. Like, the body of this car is just immaculate. The interior is incredible. Seriously, the cleanest Type X I've ever seen in this condition. Like, it is absolutely beautiful, because our son's in there a bit busy right now. Anyways, so did it close properly? There we go. Whole new engine, 2.1 litre stroked. It's using an S15 bottom end, which we've obviously capped off the VCT oil port, or whatever it's called, orifice, I think we say in Japanese, which goes to the head, because obviously non-VCT head. We're keeping it 180 old school, guys. But R35 injector kit from Oka-chan, his Yoshio factory kit, R35 airflow meter, an S15 turbo down there. This thing's going to be epic. Obviously, same exhaust manifold and stuff like that. Upgraded front mount intercooler, upgraded copper Yoshio factory radiator, and just all the kind of like go-to parts that Oka-chan chooses, as well as nice new HKS boost controller. So this thing's probably going to be pushing around 300. Obviously R35 injector coils too, with nice new harness and everything for that. So this thing's going to be really responsive and nice for a 180 non-VCT engine. So it's going to be sick. The 2.1, I'm very interested in how that's going to feel with torque, because I've never, 2.2 I've driven before, but never a 2.1, and I'm curious what it's going to feel like. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. We'll probably, the next clip will be this thing running and starting for its first time, which I'm really excited about. Super quick reminder for you guys. Today is the last day that you can enter to win the Up Garage mystery bag. Top link in the description will take you to my merch store, SAMMIT.net. Get yourself some merch, some sick stickers and stuff like that. Everything's fairly cheap and affordable, and we ship them straight from our house here in Japan. So definitely go get yourself some merch, support the channel, get yourself an opportunity to win that really cool mystery bag from Up Garage and get some cool JDM stuff and accessories. By the way, every item you purchase is an entry. So if you get a sticker pack with 5 stickers, that's 5 entries, increasing your chances. So thanks heaps, guys. Back to the video. It is time for this thing to roar to life. We just finished cranking it with the CAS unplugged to get oil pressure up. Once the oil pressure light disappears off the dash with a lot of cranking, it's ready. Here we go. Please no bottom end knock. Let that oil get in the head. Lifters. Whoa. There we we get those lifters, man. You need some oil. But otherwise, sounds healthy. So now pretty much for the next 30 minutes, he's gonna be there getting this thing up to temperature, all that kind of stuff, making sure there's no leaks, getting this thing to kind of like break in and all that kind of stuff. This will be in the break-in period. We're not going to be turning up boost or doing any crazy power stuff with it until we've got some kilometers on there and everything's all good. But there you guys go. First start of the 180SX. And now it's heading out on its maiden voyage, lads. Look at that. Man, that's so cool. There was not a single leak either. So tops to Fukusawa-san for his crazy epic mechanic workmanship, I guess is the right word. It's awesome. So we just pulled the S15 in because I've been having a couple weird clutch issues with it. Sometimes like it's totally fine, and then occasionally all of a sudden the clutch would kind of like be engaging all the way at the floor. So we think because like this thing sat in storage for so long and wasn't driven around and stuff like that, that potentially we just need to re-bleed the clutch lines. So that's what we're doing now. Fukusawa-san's helping me out with that. Just going around and having a look at all the stuff under here too, making sure everything's still nice and tight, because I did, you know, take a lot of parts on and off, and yeah, just, you know, checking up on everything, making sure we're all good there. Looks like I definitely have been scraping my exhaust a little bit here, probably when I was last at Nikko. Yeah, no, that was about the same last time, honestly. Looks pretty good. Maybe a little exhaust leak there by the looks of things. Might need to look at that. Otherwise though, looking really good. Right. So we just made a bit of a discovery. It looks like my clutch is just really on its last legs. The friction disc is probably like got no padding left, because if this was brand new, the pivot fork here would be more further out here to about there. But right now it's all the way against that, so that pretty much means that the clutch is needs replacing. Which I'm not surprised, because this thing used to be used at Gakudori for drifting competitions, so yeah, bummer. But it's a Nismo though, so all we have to do is just put a friction disc in there, which are pretty cheap. You can get them for like 200 bucks, and we'll probably borrow Okachan's hoist and do it all. But man, that was the last thing I wanted to know, that I need to do a clutch in this now. Am I right, guys? Cars, always something that needs changing or fixing, especially if you're into high performance and motorsport and stuff like that. There's always something that you need to change. That's why I keep saying, like, when people are like, are Skylines or Silvias reliable? My favorite sentence is, yeah, they are, as long as you don't modify them. So I'm going to be doing a bit of work on the S15 now, just simple touch-up things. Fukusawa-san's installing some new Yoshi factory coilovers in this customer's 180. But one thing that I picked up on a few days ago was that this has kind of like started shifting a bit during under, like obviously engine load and things like that. This moves and it rubs up against the cut here, the body. So I'm going to cut out a little bit more there, give it a bit more space, and I'm going to also put an old silicon coupler around that section of the pipe, because it's also been rubbing against the battery there, just to prevent any issues whatsoever and any rub through and you know, boost leaks and stuff like that. Because definitely where it's been rubbing up against the body here, if I didn't address that, that would totally rub all the way through and eventually cause a boost leak, and could potentially hurt my engine, because I am running an airflow meter. So I'm going to cut that little piece out, get that sorted, and then we'll be all G, lads. So I just got the pipe out and I wanted to show you guys, like, it's definitely been rubbing against it. It hasn't dug like a deep groove in there yet or anything, but it probably would have worked itself up to doing something like that. And then same on this side here, where the battery was rubbing, you can kind of see a mark there. I mean, obviously it's rubbing against plastic, so the pipe more so rubbed out the battery more than anything else, if you can see that there. It's a bit hard, but yeah, we're gonna get that all sorted out now. I'm going to cut out this hole a little bit more, cutting some more steel out of my chassis, which is fine. Eventually I want to take this whole battery tray out of here and relocate the whole thing in the boot. Oh look, found that screwdriver I dropped just earlier when I was undoing that hose clamp. That's a lifesaver right there. So I finished cutting the hole and I just put everything back in to see the space. We've got a fair bit of space there around the pipe now. And I also added an old HPI coupler to the top here with a zip tie, just to hold it in place so it doesn't slide around, just to protect it from, if it does move under engine torque and things like that, if it does rub up against the metal still, that's there to protect it, plus to protect the battery from rubbing. So that should help out a whole bunch. So what I'm going to do now is kind of put everything back together. I'm probably not going to be driving this thing home. I'll probably drive the Skyline home just because this thing really needs a clutch bad. Like I've been having issues starting to shift and stuff. It's like right on its last limbs. So we were hoping it was just going to be bleed, but as you guys know, she's worn out. We stuck the inspection camera in there too, this really cool snap-on one. And we found out too it doesn't have a Nismo copper mix, so we can't just put a new disc in. So we're going to talk to Nismo and see what they want to do, if they can send us a whole new clutch and stuff like that and work something out. But for now, this is where she's at. She'll probably live here for the next few days while we try and figure everything out. And with the party happening and everything after auto salon on Saturday, things are going to be epic. This has got to be here anyways and nice and clean. So I got to come back Saturday morning and wash this and get it ready because this will be on display. And this whole place, like we're going to have fire pits outside. It's going to be epic. Anyways, back to the car, get this finished, go from there. All right, so a fair bit of time has passed now. One of Ako-chan's friends rocked up who does like body repair work. And he's got this really cool kind of putty product. And he just grabbed a fender from around the side there with a huge ding in it, pulled out his hammers and then tapped the dent out, and now he's just sanding it and he's going to apply this putty. Apparently it dries really quickly and you can have it all perfect and done within 30 minutes. I thought that'd be kind of cool to have a look at, but I'm not much of a body guy, so to see this kind of thing happen is pretty cool. All right, so he's starting to apply this stuff, which came out of that container there. We'll look at in a second. And I guess there's a hardener that then goes on it. Oh, he uses that to get the line perfect. That's a cool tool. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's sick. Alright. Oh, it doesn't need a hardener. It uses light to cure. That's a really bright light. Look what it's doing to my camera right now. Alright, he's gotta... Wait, no, that's 30 seconds. That's not 30 minutes. Wait, no way is that putty gonna be dry in 30 seconds. That's a very bright light. You guys can see, 18. Get out of here. It's setting. Shut up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's set. What? That's insane. And now he's going to apply more, I guess. Got it set to another 30 seconds. So yeah, as you guys probably know with bodywork, like you normally do a couple layers and then you sand it down, right, to get it perfect. He's gonna do the ruler technique again, the straight edge. Yeah, looks good. Now he's gonna hit it again with the light and it'll be done in 30 seconds. Dude, this is revolutionary for bodywork, right? Putty that's literally set, ready to sand and stuff in 30 seconds. I've never seen anything like this. This is cool. I feel like I need a welding... Oh, wow. That's even brighter. I feel like I need a welding mask or something for this light. That is some serious light. You can see what it's doing to the camera. 3, 2, 1. That's nuts. It's literally... Guys, you gotta be kidding me right now. Hontoni? Look at that. Now he's sanding it. Look, and it's all coming off in powder. See? Sugoi. This is insane, guys. Like, that wasn't even a minute. Like, he just did 2 layers, 30 seconds each, hit it with the light, and now look at that. That's epic. All right, so that one he's just sanded down, and it's like, it's pretty much spot on. So now he's gonna hit this thing here and try and fill it in to do a bit of a demonstration now that Ako-chan's here watching. But we are pretty much like, what the hell, man? 30 seconds and your putty's dried. You can work. That's sick. Where's Motion Auto TV at? He probably wants some of this. What's it called? Glands EX0 UV light curing putty. There you go. I'm sure this exists somewhere else in the world, but this is sick. I've never seen this ever before. If you guys have seen this, let me know, please. So with this hole that he's going to fill, he's putting a bit of primer on there just to kind of help it because it's going to be a bit thick. This is so cool. That's like a thick bit of bog and filler he's going to put in there. If that dries in 30 seconds, I'm kind of going to be mind blown. I guess this is kind of similar to the stuff they put in your teeth at the dentist with like the UV light that makes it set.
Whoa.
Yeah. Told you need a welder's mask. Atakai desu ka? Atakai kanai. Yeah, you don't want this in your eyes. It's literally like welding. It's so bright. Hey, he's got the mask on now. Look at this guy. I guess, is it 30 seconds nearly up? I can't see the timer. Don't want to get it in my eyes. Oh, there it is. Look at that. It's set. Okay, so right now it's kind of like touch dry. And now he gets to do his final coat. Final fill. It literally looks like wet silicone, like when you make, you know, silicone moldings and stuff. That's kind of what it looks like. That ruler technique really seems to work well. Like, look how slimy it looks. It looks like slime. That's it. Silicone slime. This is so freaking cool. My camera can't see anything. Hopefully I'm not hurting the lens right now, giving it a big dose of UV. Guys, this is so cool. Yeah, so you should do like another coating and stuff like that to get it perfect, but obviously we're not caring about that today. Yeah. Alright, so he's finishing this off perfectly. He used the thicker putty to finish it off at the top because that's the finer one for the finishing product. And damn, it looks good and it's not even dry. Far out. Alright, here comes the UV. I'm hiding. I don't want skin cancer. I'm joking, of course. I'm sure it's not that bad, but I'm probably pretty sure it's bad. That's insane. That's so cool. Someone needs to tag Motion Auto TV in here. I wonder if they have some way of making primer like as good as this. We just peeled the tape off the back here and it is rock hard on the back here. So it like penetrated all the way through. Look at that. He's proving a point with the hammer. All right, we get it. What? Yeah, if that was normal putty. If that was normal putty, that would be shattered everywhere. That is so good. Imagine rolling a guard now. You wouldn't even know if there's putty in there if it was this stuff. Yeah, it's an epoxy type. That's why it looks like silicone, because it like silicone molding. That's really cool. I wonder if that means it's flexible too. All right, so they gave us a catalog. We're going through and looking at it. They sell a range of different products. And I think what's so cool about this is, like, from a drifter's perspective or motorsport perspective, like whenever like you crash your car and you get it fixed all the time, the tiniest little bump and things like that, the putty always breaks off, right? And then you got to get it done all over again. But this putty doesn't break. Like, as you saw, it doesn't shatter, it doesn't crack or split, because it's more of like a resin type of thing. Very cool. I don't know if that helps any of you guys out, but definitely if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I don't know, try and get in contact with these guys. Very, very cool product. Glance. Sick. All right, lads, it is time to head home. I'm hoping there's not too much bad traffic because I need to get to the PO box because there's a bunch of stuff there we need to collect. Just for like tickets and auto salon stuff and things like that. But boy, has it been a long time since I've been in the Skyline. Come on, baby. Oh, that RB sound gets me every time, man. I don't know about this SR stuff, hey. Alrighty, that ain't gonna get life though. There we go. All right, let's head home. Made it home successfully in record time. There was pretty much no traffic, which was epic. So I was able to make the PO box before they closed, got all of that sorted out. Already edited today's video and it's only 9 p.m. I'm like so productive today. I'm pumped, which means bed early, enough sleep for Tokyo Auto Salon tomorrow. It's gonna be insane. Whole bunch of cool footage and content coming from that, so keep an eye out for it. I'm also contemplating live streaming tomorrow once I finish filming most of the stuff that I need to. So keep an eye out for that, or whatever happens, I don't know. But guys, it's insane just how much I've hit the ground running for 2020 with the channel. I'm so pumped with where we're at content-wise and what's happening and all that type of stuff. There's so much coming. Saturday this weekend is just going to be off the walls, insane. Plus next week and then the week after. There's so much epic stuff coming. I'm pumped, and I hope you guys are too. So smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you don't already, and write us a comment too. Let's hear some feedback on that weird putty stuff. That stuff was epic. I want to just I was talking to the guy, I'm like, you don't have some magic light thing that can pull all my dents out of my S15 roof, do you? And he was like, ha ha ha, no. Anyways, all jokes aside, epic day. Got a whole bunch of stuff done. Some bad news with the S15, but it seems like Oka-chan's already spoken to Nismo and something's happening there, so that's going to be epic. And with that, I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Oh, giveaway, buy SAMMIT merch, link in the description. Peace out, Jamata.